Mr. Chairman, I claim the time in opposition.
Mr. Obernolte, you have 6 minutes to voice
Thank
your
you.
opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I actually share my colleague from California's concern about NIH funding. I've been a member of the Science, Space, and Technology Committee now for over 4 years and was recently appointed the chairman of the Research and Technology Subcommittee on SST, which has direct oversight over NIH healthcare research. So I've been fighting now for over 4 years to make sure that we fund the meaningful work that the NIH is doing, and I'm going to continue fighting for that. However, speaking to the gentleman from California's amendment, nowhere in this bill do we talk about cutting for funding for the NIH. It just is not there. All we're talking about is top-line funding for various agencies. And once these reconciliation instructions are issued and pass the House and the Senate, then we'll get down to the hard work of looking for improper payments, fraud, waste, abuse, and things that we really need to do to cut the debt that we've been talking about here on the committee. The gentleman's amendment also mentions the work being done by DOGE, and I assume Elon Musk, because his amendment says, the National Institutes of Health funds vital research. It should be protected from overreach by unelected billionaires and their harmful, misguided funding cuts. So, I mean, just talking about, and this is someone who is deeply appreciative of what NIH does. I am also deeply appreciative of the work that DOGE has been doing in going through NIH funding, looking for mistaken fundings and for waste and for abuse. And I am horrified at some of the things that they have found. I mean, horrified. It boggles the mind, some of the things we have been spending taxpayer money on. I've got a little list here. These are all NIH studies or programs. $2.3 million of taxpayer money spent on a program for injecting beagles with cocaine. $611,000 in a study entitled Evaluating Microaggressions Among Latinx Individuals with Obesity. $87,000 to study the role of the estrus cycle on oxycodone cravings in female rats. $19 million to study why lesbian women of color prefer menthol cigarettes. Here's my personal favorite. $710,000 to study the correlation between binge drinking on Super Bowl Sunday and the birth of babies 9 months later. And I could probably shed some light on that, and it wouldn't cost $710,000. So the point here is no one can claim that there isn't waste to be rooted out. And I remind you, I mean, any of these might be an appropriate topic for someone's PhD thesis, but this is taxpayer money that's being spent on these. And so I am deeply grateful that someone on the outside is going through these programs looking for this kind of wasteful spending, because it's going to free up dollars to be spent on the things that we all, everyone here on this dais, cares about. And you know, just to talk about some of the disparaging comments that have been made about Mr. Musk here in the hearing, just to remind everyone, the richest man in the world the last couple of weeks has been spending his time doing this. He's not been on an island somewhere enjoying the benefits of his wealth. He has been sleeping on the floor of a Treasury Department building for free, going through these programs, because he is an immigrant who recognizes that the United States is the greatest country of the world, and he values that, loves our country, and wants it to be better. And he shares all of our concerns about the depth of our deficit and the growing effects of our national debt. So I am very thankful, unorthodox as that process might be, I'm very thankful that there is someone looking at that. So that is why I urge opposition to this amendment. Nothing in the bill is talking about cutting funding to the NIH, and certainly if we're going to reduce spending, there's spending to be reduced. So I urge a no vote, and I yield back.
I thank the gentleman from California and yield